Imagine it's 2 o'clock in the morning. A production deployment had just failed. CloudWatch is firing alerts. Pager duty is waking up people. Your DevOps team is online trying to understand what happened. Our engineer opens AI Operation Assistant and asks a simple question: why did my deployment fail? Within a few seconds, the AI responds. It identifies the affected services. It points to the deployment that introduced the issues. It recommends the next troubleshooting step. Now, when most people see this, they focus on the answer. But as an architect, we should ask a very different question. How did the AI arrive at that answer? Did it somehow know the cause? Did it simply search some log? Or is there an entire architectural flow hidden behind those few seconds? That's exactly what we are going to explore in this video. Hello everyone, I am Varsha Rani, a software architect, and welcome to Architecting Intelligence Lab. On this channel, we don't just discuss AI models for framework, we explore how enterprise AI systems actually work from the perspective of software architecture, cloud engineering, and distributed system. Today's topic is one of the most fundamental concepts in enterprise AI: what actually happens inside an AI agent from the moment user asks a question until the agent begin investigating the problems. Throughout this series, we will follow a real world scenario. A production deployment has failed, and an engineer is asking the AI to investigate it. By following one consistent example, you will see how every architectural component contributes to the final answer. Now, let's begin. At first glance, the engineer's question looks incredibly simple. Why did my deployment fail? But before an AI agent can investigate CloudWatch, before it can search deployment logs, before it can query a knowledge base, something much more fundamental has to happen. The model must first understand the input, and surprisingly, it doesn't understand language the way we do. Let's look at what happens first. Our engineer asks, why did my deployment fail? Okay, as human, this sentence is effortless to understand. We instantly associate the word deployment with CI/CD pipeline. We think about releases, infrastructure, production environment, monitoring system. Years of engineering experience allow our brain to connect all those ideas almost instantly. But an LLM doesn't experience language like human do. It doesn't read English. It doesn't understand grammar. It doesn't recognize word the way we recognize them. Instead, the very first step is something called tokenization. The sentence is broken into smaller computational pieces called tokens. For example, the word deployment might become two separate tokens, deploy and meant. The word become individual token as well. Even punctuation mark like the question mark become tokens. Now here is something every architecture should remember: the model doesn't perform computation on sentence, it performs computation on tokens. Think about a cpu. When you write a C# application, the processor never actually sees your source code. Eventually, everything becomes binary, zeros and ones. The processor works on machine instruction, not on your original code. Language, large language model work in a very similar way. Human write sentence, model process token. This may sounds like an implementation detail, but architecturally it is extremely important because almost every cost associated with enterprise AI depends upon token. Inference cost depends upon token count, latency depends upon token counts, memory consumption depends on token count, even the maximum amount of information a model can process, its context window is measured in tokens. That's why prompt optimization isn't just about writing a better English, it's about designing efficient computation. Now, tokenization alone still isn't enough. At this point, the model has broken the sentence into pieces, but those pieces still don't have meaning. They are simply identifiers. So the next transformation begins, and we call it as embeddings. Every token is converted into a mathematical vector. Instead of strong, the word deployment, the model represent it as 100 or sometimes thousands of numerical values. Think of these vector as the coordinates inside an enormous mathematical space. Word with similar meaning nearly appear close together. For example, deployment, release, rollback, pipeline, these concepts often appear in similar engineering discussion, so their vector representation occupy nearby regions. On the other hand, words like banana, football are positioned much far away because they rarely appear in the semantic context. This transformation is incredibly powerful because once language becomes mathematics, the transformer architecture can finally begin its work. I think this is one of the biggest mindset shifts for architects in entering the AI space. The model isn't processing the language, it's processing mathematics that happens to represent the language. Think like an architect. When we talk about optimizing the prompts, we are actually talking about optimizing token usage. Every unnecessary paragraph increases latency. Every unnecessary example consumes context. Every redundant instruction increases the cost. Prompt engineering is increasingly becoming the performance engineering. At this point, our user's question has been converted into mathematical vector. But mathematics alone doesn't tell the model what matters. Every sentence contains information. Some of it's important, some of it is simply grammatical structure. So, how does the model know where to focus? That's where one of the greatest innovation in modern AI enters the picture: attention. Now, let's focus on attention. Attention is one of the most important innovation in the modern architectural intelligence. In fact, without the attention mechanism, today's transformer-based model, including ChatGPT, would not exist in their current form. Let's return to our original question. Why did my deployment fail? Look carefully at each word. Are equally important? Not really. Word likes why, did, and my help from a grammatical sentence. But if you are trying to investigate a production incident, those words don't contain much technical value. The real intent lies inside two words: deployment and fail. The attention mechanism learns which token deserves more computational focus. Instead of treating every token equally, it dynamically allocates more attention to the tokens most likely to contribute to solve the user's problem. Think about how an experienced software architect investigates a problem incident. You don't open every dashboard, you don't inspect every metric, you immediately focus on the deployment timelines, recent infrastructure changes, error log, CloudWatch alert, application telemetry. Your experience tell you where the useful information is likely to be. The attention mechanism perform a remarkably similar function. It helps the model to decide where to invest its computational efforts. This becomes especially important when the processing thousands or even hundreds of thousands of tokens. Without attention, every token would compete equally for processing. With attention, the model can prioritize the information most relevant to the current objective, and that's one of the reason modern transformer architecture scale so effectively. But notice something important. Even after tokenization, even after embeddings, even after attention, the model still hasn't answered our engineering question. It simply understands what deserves investigation. The actual investigation hasn't started yet. Think like an architect. Attention isn't just an AI concept, it's a resource allocation strategy. The model invests more computation where it predicts the highest informational value. Architecturally, that's one of the key innovations that made modern language models practical at enterprise scale. Now, so far, our AI agent has transformed language into mathematics. It has identified the most important information in the user's question, but still doesn't know why the deployment failed. And that's exactly what should happen. A grade AI system should never invent an answer when it lacks evidence. Instead, it begins asking a much more important question: what information do I need before I can answer this? And that's where reasoning begins. We will explore that in the next part. Thank you for watching.